Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. Today we're checking out how to speak Cockney.
Ever wondered what the Brits are rabbiting on about? Or why we love our china plates? Then join me as we take a butcher's at Cockney rhyming slang.
What'd you say?
Ever wondered what the Brits are rabbiting on about?
Rabbiting.
Or why we love our china plates?
China plates? Like China?
Then join me as we take a butcher's at Cockney rhyming slang.
Butchers, I have heard that, but I don't remember what it means. Alright, let's learn how to speak Cockney, y'all.
Hi, I'm Kate and this is
Hi, Kate.
Anglophenia. Now before we start, I should clear something up. Dick Van Dyke is not a Cockney. I know, let's just take a moment to deal with that.
What do you mean?
And I'm not just saying that because of his questionable Cockney accent as Bert the Chimney Sweep in Mary Poppins.
Yeah, I guess he's not Cockney. He is American, but that accent, that's not Cockney? I mean, it's bad Cockney, but it is, right? Right?
As it turns out, you actually need much more than an accent to be a true Cockney. What makes a Cockney? According to tradition...
Okay, is it where you're from? Or your social class? Or how much money you got? I don't know. I'm guessing. Let's see what it is. What is a Cockney?
According to tradition, a true Cockney is a Londoner born within earshot of the Bow Bells at St Mary le Bow Church in the City of London, on a street called Cheapside to be precise. 150 years ago, the bells could be heard 6 miles to the east, 5 to the north, 4 to the west and 3 to the south, which means that a Cockney could come from Hackney Marshes, Lambeth or even Camden. These are all very different boroughs of London, by the way.
Why is the area shaped like that? Is that the way the wind blows? I know wind direction does affect sound, but that's really strange, isn't it? What's the name of this church? I gotta put on captions for this lady. I can't understand. Mary le Bow. Earshot of the Bow Bells. What? Hang on. What? True Cockney what? True Cockney what?
True Cockney is a Londoner born within earshot of the Bow Bells at St Mary le Bow Church.
The Bow Bells at the Mary le Bow Church. St. Mary le Bow. It's right next to the Thames. So you have to be able to hear this to be a true Cockney. Let's get directions to St. Le blah 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 from Hackney Marshes. Oh, that's not very far, is it? So basically, you're Cockney if you were born around here. Okay, now we have a geographical location. But what about the mindset of a Cockney? What are they thinking about? Chimneys?
Cockney rhyming slang was originally used by street traders and criminals in the East End of London to disguise what they were talking about. No one really knows when it first...
It was used to disguise what they were talking about because they're talking about breaking the law, selling illegal contraband. What? It was to disguise what they're saying. And it does disguise what they're saying. I can't understand them. Wow. My mind is being blown right now.
No one really knows when it first appeared, but Cockney rhyming slang was certainly widespread by the mid-19th century. It has since escaped London and worked its way into our everyday lives here in the UK, and most of the time, we don't even know we're using it. How it works. Cockney rhyming slang has a pretty straightforward formula. Simply replace the word you want to disguise with a short phrase of 2 or 3 words, with the last one rhyming with the original word. You can then shorten the phrase to omit the rhyming word, which leaves you with a sort of code. For example,
it's a code.
The word T.
It's a code. It's a black market contraband code. Yo, say it again.
Cockney rhyming slang has a pretty straightforward formula. Simply replace the word you want to disguise with a short phrase of 2 or 3 words, with the last one rhyming with the original word. You can then shorten the phrase to omit the rhyming word, which leaves you with a sort of code. For example, the word tea was replaced with Rosie Lee. The rhyming part Lee is often dropped, leaving you with Rosie. So it's totally normal to hear someone being offered a cup of Rosie. Just don't drink too many, otherwise you'll be desperate for a Jimmy Riddle.
That's confusing. I guess that's the point. If you don't know Rosie means tea, you'll probably never figure it out.
I'll let you work that one out. Clue.
Wait, she just used one for using the bathroom. What does it mean?
Don't drink too many, otherwise you'll be desperate for a Jimmy Riddle.
Jimmy Riddle. Jimmy Riddle. It means you gotta pee. Or poop. What does it mean? Oh, there's a guy named Jimmy Riddle. Jimmy Riddle in rhyming slang means to urinate. Jimmy Riddle equals piddle. I'm bursting for a Jimmy Riddle, or simply I'm bursting for a Jimmy. Right.
Cup of rosy. Just don't drink too many, otherwise you'll be desperate for a Jimmy Riddle. I'll let you work that one out. Other famous examples of Cockney rhyming slang include Adam and Eve, believe, dog and bone, phone, china plates, mates, apples and pears, stairs, Duke of Kent, rent. Although ironically, he probably doesn't have to pay any rent.
Those are ridiculous. That's what that means? Adam and Eve means believe. So if you say I believe it, you say I Adam and Eve it? Why would that need to be covered up by criminals, though? I'm a little more confused now. My dog and bone. That one kind of makes sense, because if you're making a deal, someone's going to call you on the phone, you want to say they're going to dog and bone you. That means they're going to call you. I guess, right?
China plates, mates.
I'm going to call my china plate. I'm going to dog and bone my china plate to grab a cup of rosy. Is that?
Apples and pears, stairs.
Okay. This is ridiculous. This is very British, though. Jobbity gook, biddly pop on the biddly bob on the kipper, the apples and pears.
And my personal favourite, Tommy Trinder, a comedian who was popular between 1930 and 1950 and whose name was used for window, or winder, as someone with a Cockney accent would say. I was helping one of me chinas clean his Tommy Trinders when I heard the old dog and bone ringing upstairs. I ran up the apples, picked it up, and would you Adam and Eve it? It was only the bleeding landlord asking for his Duke of Kent.
Wow, that's really good. It all comes from smuggling. This is crazy.
Rabbit. Most Brits will understand that to rabbit on about something means to talk a lot about it, but many of us don't know why it means that. Well, it comes from the Cockney rhyming phrase, rabbit and pork, meaning talk.
Rabbit and pork. All right.
Meaning talk. Porkies.
Okay.
Pork pies is Cockney for lies. So if you've told someone a lie, you're telling porkies.
Okay. Porkies are lies. Just trying to wrap my brain around this and remember them. I'm getting more confused as this goes along.
So if you've told someone a lie, you're telling porkies. It's true, I promise. Barnet. Barnet is what we might use when talking about someone's hairstyle. But again, many of us don't know that it comes from Barnet Fair, a famous horse fair in Barnet, which, yes, you guessed it, rhymes with hair.
Rhymes with hair.
Simple, right? Well, maybe not.
Sort of.
Whilst the majority of Cockney rhyming slang is based on obvious, if not somewhat peculiar rhymes, there are always a few exceptions. Bags of mystery. Bags of mystery is a popular example of non-rhyming Cockney slang and is used for sausages. Kinda leaves you wondering which unusual parts of the animal may have been used to make that good old-fashioned banger you're about to eat.
That's a clever one. I like it. It's funny. Bags of mystery. I like that. Yeah.
Porridge. Porridge is what we Brits call oatmeal, but doing porridge is a Cockney phrase for doing time in prison and is inspired by porridge being the standard breakfast for inmates.
Oh.
Porridge was the name of a popular British sitcom set in prison, which ran on the BBC in the mid-70s. Other TV shows which continued to bring a sprinkle of Cockney rhyming slang to their audiences were Only Fools and Horses and Steptoe and Son.
I just need a little more rosy. What is coffee? This is not rosy, this is coffee. Coffee rhymed with toffee. Toff. I'm bad at this.
Modern day Cockney. Due to more traffic noise and large buildings muffling the sound of the Bow Bells, the Cockney catchment area is smaller than before. But Cockney rhyming slang is still alive and well. And nowadays, you don't even need to be a Cockney to come up with new phrases. They seem to come from all sorts of places. New Cockney phrases are mostly influenced by names of celebrities. So the next time you're at a bar, you could order a couple of Britney Spears instead of beers. See, she really was born to make you happy.
It would be Britney's then, right? Because you take off the last word. I'd like a pint of Britney.
Or should that be Mary? If everything's going a bit wrong, you could say, oh, it's all gone a bit Pete Tong. Pete Tong is a well-known BBC Radio 1 DJ. Feeling a little confused?
Oh,
then
wrong.
You don't have a
Pete
Scooby.
Tong.
That's right, everyone's favourite talking dog detective, Scooby-Doo, is the modern-day Cockney rhyming slang for not having a clue. This might also have meaning beyond a simple rhyme. I mean, let's face it, Scooby rarely had a clue what was going on half the time unless a Scooby snack was involved. I've been rabbiting on about Cockney rhyming slang all this time, and I haven't even asked you if you have a favourite. Let us know in the comments. Remember, you can follow us on Twitter and like our Facebook page too. Thanks for watching.
Alright, let's look up some others. Apples and pears. Stairs. Army and Navy. Gravy. Basin of gravy. Baby. Bees and honey. Money. Okay. Can't keep still. Treadmill. Oh, that's gotta, yeah, that rhymes, and some of these rhyme and they have sort of a meaning. Those are the good ones. There's too many of these to read. Anyway, wow, this is really educational. It is like a code. It's a smuggler's code. Learned something new. I had no idea. Well, thank y'all for watching this with me, and I'll see you next time. Later.